Today I'm gonna be talking about if you should boost your VQ or if you should go the NA route, the pros and cons of both, and the cost pretty much, bruh. And is it really worth, going NA, full bolt on, etc. on your VQ, bruh? I've met a lot of people, including myself, who went the NA route, bruh. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the amount of money that you spend on a NA VQ, bruh, it's ridiculous, bro. You could just boost the car at that point. You know what I mean? Don't hate before y'all boys getting them comments and turning into some real keyboard warriors talking about, oh, I got a homeboy with a 370 making 400 to the wheel. Anyway, bro, I know a lot of y'all have titles and stuff like that, and I know a couple people in Georgia who have fastest NA VHR, HR, bug crap, whatever, bro. Again, this is no style, nobody. But yeah, basically, I'll get into it. A little backstory on me, man. I had 2007 350Z. I had it slammed for a little bit on some weds, BC coils, the typical stance job. This was back in 2020-ish, 2021. That car is not here now. But that was where I got started on the EQ platform, right? I had an HR motor. I didn't have a DE rev up. That's dual intake, etc. So with that platform that I had right there, I went through, I want to say 3 revisions of that car. I had my stance phase. I had my transition into a race car phase, and then the race car phase, right? Me wanting to go fast and stuff like that. For my second phase, man, once I got stationed out in California, that's when I really started taking wanting to race a lot more serious. With that car, I got up there and I had DC Sport headers. What else I had? DC Sport headers, Burke high flow cats at that time. And I also got up here and I had an ISR Y pipe and ISR single exit while also being on the weds, right? I got up here, I got tuned by this tuner called E-Class. My experience with E-Class is going to be different from your experience. Again, this is all based on my experience. So somebody from freaking Wuhan, China can have a whole different experience with E-Class than I did. With my experience, he made my tune way too lean. At that time, I think I had 1050X injectors. I didn't know no better. But again, we tried tuning car on 1050X injectors. He didn't really suggest dropping sizes on them. So the car ended up running hella lean at that point in time. And through all that, I was out here racing HR G35s and other HRs and DEs, and my car was barely able to beat some of these cars. Mind you, I was full bolts on E85. And at this point, I had got off of the 3-piece wheels I had and was on RPF 1s, and the car was still pretty much a dud. Mind you, that car only had 80K on the dash, very baby motor, well taken care of. And it was just running like crap. And this was after the tune, mind you, bro. So eventually, somehow, I kept having an idle issue. The car idle would fluctuate, and I went through all the different steps to try to fix that. It never worked. And then eventually, the ECU got bricked. It got burnt up, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm getting locked in with Saul Nismo Knights. Shout out to Saul and George and all them boys out there, man. And essentially, I ended up getting the car rebuilt, bro. I bought all the parts. I bought my lone tube headers. I installed them, got those installed. I started single exit with the ISR Y pipe. And I ended up going to 274 Tomei cam route. Cam HR for the win, bro. We slapped cams in there. After everything was said and done, man, I want to say, bro, the amount of money that I spent on that car, and that car was strictly on E now, I say around 8,000, bro.
You what?
8,000 to get to where I really wanted, man. And that's just because me having to pay for a brand new ECU with tune, with cams and cam install, with my 3-inch intakes at that time. Mind you, a lot of this stuff happened at the shop because the car got bricked. And I stayed in San Diego at the time, so the car got took all the way at the Rancho to their shop to finally get the car to be able to run and everything, right? This is just my experience, but again, it's still something to really look at, bro, because unless, and this is just me being honest, Unless you know how to install cams yourself, bro, most of y'all probably gonna take it to a shop, or y'all never gonna ever put cams in your car. You know what I mean? So there is that. Now, I made a list with prices and everything like that. I don't think I'm gonna dive into it on this video. Probably another video I'll probably dive into it. But I'm gonna give y'all boys a price range on how much you gonna be spending on your parts, bro, if you decide to go the NA route, man. So just off the bat, man, for exhaust, between all the VQ platforms from DE all the way up to VHR, man, you're gonna be spending between 400 to 800, no, my bad, to almost like 1200 being a freaking Tomei and 400 being a Megan exhaust, right? You know what I mean? So let's say you go for a Y pipe, minimum you're gonna probably end up spending, and this is not for no ching chong job, is like 190 to 801 roundabout. Mind you, this is without tax and shipping, bro. This is without tax and shipping. Also, test pipes, you gotta look at your test pipes and stuff like that, man. If you decide to get test pipes, which will replace your cats, minimum that you're gonna spending is gonna be $250, and that's for like some Megans. Again, Megan is probably the cheapest, one of the cheapest brand that you get them going with for these cars. And most that you'll probably end up spending is like 670-ish. And again, I'm being very generous with these numbers, bro. But these are all numbers that's listed on these websites. And 671 is for art test pipes, bro. I'm not even including motor down at that point. And then you also have headers, man. For my DE boys, PLM is good for y'all. Also, ISR is pretty chilling. And then DC Sports are also good too. So off the bat, man, minimum that you could be spending is 500. Maximum you can end up spending is 2,000. And before y'all be like, wait a minute, where you getting 2,000 for? From HRs and VHRs, bro. PPE headers, my bad, go for 2,400. They on sale right now in November. That's off the bat. If you go to Z1, bro, you spending $2,000 before tax.
Somebody been smoking and drinking. Somebody been smoking and drinking.
Look at that, $2,000, bro. What the freak is that? You can go buy you some injectors for your boosted VQ, bro. Some 1300X injectors, they're $13,500 right there. Before tax. You spending $2,000 for some headers just to get gapped by some joker in a 5.0. What the freak, bro? But again, man, some of y'all boys is NA kings or freaking middle of butt crack nowhere. Whatever your town is. Again, this is no slide on nobody. I'm just going by what I be knowing and what I've been seeing, because I done a lot of stuff y'all done, bro. Again, none of this NAVQ stuff is really new. We've been doing this stuff for like almost 6 years, 7 years now at this point, man. We're gonna look at intakes, man. Minimum you're gonna spend is 300 if you have an HR, VHR, and then maximum you'll spend, I say, around about 600. Mind you, this is all before tax, man. And I'm including Z1, UPT, admin, Stilling, Gen, and Z1. The Z1 DE boys, y'all paying 300 for that one intake.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
So yeah. Then you have injectors, man. So OEM GTR injectors, 550cc's. That's 490 right there, bro. Then on top of that, bro, they're 192 a piece for them GTR injectors on Z1. And then for 650cc's, you're paying 510. Again, all the stuff I'm listing is before tax, bro. This is before tax and shipping. You need a fuel pump on Z1. They have the 255 and a 340 fuel pump. You're gonna be paying between 110 to almost 140-ish off the beam for a fuel pump from Z1, man. This is NA list right here, bro. And then the manifolds, this is if you decide to go ported upper and lower manifold, true bolt-on style in my opinion. For VHRs and HR, my bad, for VHRs and HRs on Trigger Spec. Trigger Spec is a good brand to me. I had that on my Z. Good work, very good craftsmanship. I heard mixed things about his oil coolers, but I never heard anything bad about his manifolds and stuff like that. This is without you providing a core. 850 right there without tax. Z1 VHR manifolds, ported upper and lower. You're paying between $749. That's if you provide your core, and then at most you're paying $13,500, bro. And I heard very mixed things about their ported upper and lower manifolds, bro. Very mixed things, man. But again, it's up to what y'all boys want to spend. HRs, y'all paying between $678 to $1,200 off the bat, bro. This is with the core provided. If you don't provide a core, then you're paying up to those two last prices I just named out, man. Again, it's really up to y'all, man, how much y'all really willing to spend, bro. And that's just the nitty gritty of it, bro. Because some people, they stand on that mountain. Oh, it's cheaper to go the NA route. Which, granted, you can get a lot of this stuff half the price on Facebook Marketplace or your local area, or if you use OfferUp, bro. Like, you could, the sky's the limit with this, man. But for what people are looking for, you doing all this to really only get 50 to 100, if that, horsepower gains, bro. And again, mind you, my HR made 315 and with 274 cams on a Z1 dyno. That's like 340ish. On an admin dyno, that's around about 340ish also, bro. Again, for what it was a quick car. It was. You should be dogging a good amount of people. And that's just the HR. VHRs allegedly can push out like 380. I've met people that, oh, bro, I made 400, bro. My homeboy made 400, bro. Man, he out here gapping by the bop, bop. Cool story, bro. Cool story. But after a while, that 400 gets annoying, bro. We all know that one person be like, oh, man, I made 450. I had somebody tell me that they was out here beating Hellcats with an NA G37 sedan.
Stop the cap.
Everybody just putting on their hat today, just capped up. Like, what the freak, bro? but yeah, man. Again, those of us who've been in the platform for a while, we all know that's just straight up cap to begin with. But you can go to Boosted Route, man. Boosted Route, man. I have Soho, Boosted Performance, Boosted Projects, Z1, and Stilling, man. And then your injectors, you can start off at a bare minimum 1050X injectors. That's $780 right there if you're buying injected dynamics. 1300X injected dynamics, bro, that's $1350, bro. Right? And then y'all also have to take into account that you have to buy gauges. And depending on if you get a certain kit, you can go with a 450 fuel pump or you can go with a 525 fuel pump. I suggest you go 525 and get a fuel return also included. I suggest you get your fuel return from Boosted Projects, because Boosted Projects, man, their fuel return for VHRs is $750 and the fuel return for like HRs, specifically 350s, is $550. But yeah, man, so if you go to Soho, man, for their stage 1 VHR kit, bro, you're looking at between $8,200 to $9,200. And that's with everything included. Soho is known for including everything from heat wrap to everything that you're going to essentially need to be able to put your kit on and be ready to cook after that, bro. They have for the DE boys, y'all kits start off at $8,500. And I think they have a pretty long wait time, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. There's 2 options here, and it's basically a box that pretty much explains everything. But you have a 2,132 difference and a 1,408 difference, depending on what you get. You know what I mean? So they have an air-to-air upgrade for their VHRs for the Stilling Supercharger kit. That's $4,400. All of this is before tax. For their 370Zs, for their V2 air-to-air light kit, that's $8,000 and $550 right there, bro. Again, all of these kits are rated. The stage 1, if I remember correctly, is rated for 700, maybe 800 easy. But again, 9 bands, everything included. But I'm leaving off tax too, so there is that too. Boost Performance is another well-known one. A lot of y'all know who Boost Performance is, man. They partnered up with Admin, and they pushing out kits, man, through Admin. So basically, he has through Admin for 350Zs, 370s, and G37s, and these kits do fit. They do have the option to make them fit for the sedan boys, for y'all man sedans out there, bro. Starting off at $7,775. That joint go all the way to $10,540, and that's without tax. But the $10,540 is everything included. You can pick and choose what you want your kit to come with, this does not include tuner software. Like, gotta add that in. You can pick and choose what your kit come with, man. And with all that, it's like, boom. The sky's the limit, and you just have to cop. You got there your Omni bar, your 4-bar Omni, and then you have to get up here and get your gauges. And I want to say the Boost Performance Admin Kit comes with a fuel return, if I remember correctly, and a Flex Fuel Kit. I want to say that, right? And then you have the Booster Projects. Those are my people. Those who I went with. I bought my kit second hand, but I knew about Booster Projects since forever. And if you know about Booster Projects, or if you have a kit, you understand the quality of this kit is very nice, bro. They made Fresh Kicks kit. If you know who Fresh Kicks is that Tomei Dog, that dude right there, man. His kit starts off at $8,500, but it is only for the Z33, the 350Z platform. Only, I want to say only for HRs, if I remember correctly. So their DE all the way up to VHR mid-mount kit, that's $4,900 all the way to $7,200, but there is a 4-month wait right now, bro. Everything included, and that's everything, $7,200, everything included, 1,300 X injectors, 525. The fueling stuff is included. Off the bat, fueling stuff is included. If at this time, if I'm reading it wrong, then somebody in the comments just come and let me know. And I'm gonna include all these boosted places in my comment in the description. You know what I mean? Their top mount kits go between $5,800 to $7,350. And their rear mount for the people who kind of want to just get their foot in, they don't want to spend too much money. And this is about to really show y'all something for y'all NA boys. $4,800, $6,700. I think the $4,800 is without the turbo, and that's a big without. That's a big maybe, because I could be wrong at that time. Somebody can go look. But there's no fueling included. No fueling included off the bat, bro. Then you have the Z1 supercharger kit. Me personally, I don't know. I don't know. But $6,649 to $11,160. All this before tax, bro. Mind you, I think the base kit starting out only puts you out at $450, and you're paying like 6 bands without tax included. And again, bro, you can go on the website and go down that rabbit hole of how much you're about to be spending just to make it only a specific amount of horsepower, bro. But hey, some of y'all might be cool with 450. Some of y'all might be just chasing numbers, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't know. Stirling has their own kits for 350Zs. Their supercharger kit for 08 to 07, my bad, 07 to 08. That's $8,667 right there off the beam. And then you have Top Gun. Top Gun makes some real good kits. If you're looking at superchargers, man, I say get up here and go with like either Stirling or Top Gun. With the amount that I spent to get my Nismo boosted, and I have a 67 comp turbo oilless with a T51 Armand, 1300 X injectors, 525 Hellcat pump with my AM gauges, bro. I spent almost as much as I did. I spent a little bit more than I did just to have my car be like full bolt-on and cam. Again, bro, Facebook Marketplace could be our best friend, man. There are boosted VQ group chats on Facebook. People are selling these kits with everything between 4,000. My bad. Lowest I seen is 3,000. Highest I seen was 10. Everything included. Fuel return, gauges, everything that you need included, bro. And all I'm gonna say, bro, for all y'all NA boys out there, man, I get that. I don't know what your situation is. I get that money, you know, is tight sometimes. But, bro, just be patient. Be patient, bro, because you doing all that just to make 20 plus horsepower, and it's not even guaranteed. Because if your compression is trash on your VQ, bro, the car is gonna perform like trash, and that's just the truth. And I know some of y'all gonna be upset that I said that, but take it from somebody who went through 2 blocks, not at my own discretion, but because my tuner, you know, made that joint too lean, bro. But again, man, I'm not doubting none of y'all NA kings. None of that. I'm not doubting none of y'all boys. But for the money that y'all done spent, just boost your car, bro. Like, for real. Hey, man, I hope y'all boys enjoyed this video, though. Y'all boys like subscribe. I'm going to have more content popping out for the Z, for the Nismo, for the platform. We're just going to keep going crazy, though.